You'll love it. I think we should. In fact, it never went out as a standalone video. It was part of Hurricane Week last year. So I think we need to re-release it. On DVD. I don't know.
Merchandise on DVD. I'll make the cover.
Cinema viewing and all that.
You should put it on YouTube for people to watch because it was brilliant entertainment.
It is there, but people don't know where to find it unless they were there.
I see.
So there's the latest. So the advice I can give now: anywhere east of Christchurch, I would say, and anywhere west of Chichester, I would probably suggest here now. It's almost certain there's going to be thunderstorm activity in that area in the next hour. One or two tango jokes in the comments as well.
I don't have tango, I have Pepsi. So we could turn it into the Pepsi incident.
Oh no.
I'll get
Just
Sam Callego.
do like a 3-year anniversary remake special.
No thanks.
I'll get Arasiata Rosa.
Well, actually, I think for that stream, I think we have to get Daniel back. I think Jessica was in that stream as well.
I'm actually heard from people. Nation.
I think Craig was in the stream as well.
Now look at this. More thunderstorms are occurring offshore now, off Wales, and just pretty close to Liverpool actually. Moving northeast, so looks like Southport might be seeing some thunderstorms, Blackpool and the like.
Blackpool as well, yeah. Do you see another one's formed, or is it just the same one?
That's the same one.
Is it? I thought you said another one formed.
And we do have a few people with questions about their local areas. I do encourage them, do send them in. There was one about Liverpool, Manchester area there. Well, that's where I am. And you can see from the Force 13 webcam there appears to be clouds in the very distance over there now, which could possibly be them. Very hard to tell.
Probably ahead of that thunderstorm that's going on.
Very hard to tell what exactly those clouds are in the far distance from Force 13 HQ, but that's the live look. And the temperature is going down, humidity's gone up 6%. Let's see, what else? There were two more. Proto Dark says, I'm in Southampton. I can see lightning and heard distant thunder from the Isle of Wight, of course.
Yeah, they'll be seeing some stuff coming from the Isle of Wight.
Anything for the Farnborough area? Well, looking down at Farnborough, which is, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in between Winchester and London.
You know, yeah, I think Blackpool's head on for that one.
So somewhere around that, yeah. The significant chance of thunderstorms there pretty soon, an hour or two. But it's really starting to invade the country now. We're struggling to keep up actually. Here's the latest. This one was a #1 in the Somerset area. It is now right up to a level 3, which means it's severe now. It's going to be severe warned. And this area and the next not county, but the next area and the area around it, all of those are now going to be under severe warnings as well. So this is what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
The other areas were all still there. This is the latest as of 1900. That's local time. It's 7 PM here in the UK, 3 minutes past now. 6:02 UTC, which is the universal clock. Now, the one that was over the Isle of Wight appears to have simmered down quite a bit. Still a 3 at this time. But it appears that nothing new is going on there yet.
Well, yeah, because that 6 might get over them as well.
Further south, the 6 is a 7 and is closing in on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, that's going to be the next one for them.
The one that was a 4 remains a 4 and continues to move closer as well.
Yeah, that reminds me about that one over France. That moved up a bit now.
That's not my biggest priority at this moment in time.
I know, I'm just asking. That moved up a wee bit.
And the one that was further down over there is right down to a 4 as well. So these storms appear to be struggling over the English Channel.
It seems to be the water that's affecting them.
That would make a lot of sense because the waters are pretty cold at this time of year, and the land is much warmer than the water right now.
So once they hit the land, they'll get better again.
Now we also had the one near the Channel Islands. That is really dying now. So all we've got now is the level 1 system there. If you're still unfamiliar with the format, just joined us. The number on the system corresponds to the amount of lightning strikes per minute estimated. And the one that was moving over France is still very much there and is now moving on towards the coastline slowly but surely, and that is a pretty strong one as well. At the moment we're putting that one down as level 20.
Oh, it's 20. Well, it'll probably do that, then it'll hit the water and then weaken again, and then it'll back up again.
Just to say as well, there is some very severe rain which is now affecting the southeast coast of the Isle of Wight.
Yep, definitely. That's where the storms are.
It's definitely.
And also, some of the rain is now starting to creep over the coast in Gosport, and probably now only about 20 minutes probably from hitting Portsmouth coastlines.
Alright. There's live from Michael's HQ once more.
Not much to see. Not so much to see at the moment. It'll probably it'll pick up a little more. I think when the storm passes over, because when it starts to move off, it will be heading in sort of. The camera at the moment is facing in the general direction, really, of sort of Farnham direction.
So if you get a thunderstorm, that person wanting to know about Farnborough is probably going to get it next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. So yeah, literally, my camera is facing up to the northeast. So going from my general area up through northeast, it literally bisects straight through Crondall, Church Crookham, through Farnborough, Camberley, and on to like Sunningdale and Longcross and around there. If you're going directly northeast, that's sort of where the camera is facing. If that gives anyone help for general reference points. So basically, what you'll see here is probably what you're going to get in about 20 minutes. Well, probably not 20 minutes, probably like 20 minutes to 2 hours, depending on where you live.
Landed.
On my left-hand screen, which you'll be able to see in the flesh shortly, you'll be able to see what someone else has sent us. There we are.
First lightning strikes have been confirmed in Gosport.
There's someone else's view from the Southampton area who is in the stream, I believe, on the chat. Thank you for sending us that.
Very dark.
That's a view of a dark-looking sky, looking very threatening. And actually, you can see.
Wait, that's that.
I don't think you can see on this, but there is a slight rainbow on the top left-hand side of that image, which is pretty cool. Just I need to remind people, the blue outline there is the area that we're pretty concerned about because there are flood alerts in that blue circular region. So if you are in that area and one of these cells moves over, there could well be some flash flooding. So there we are. And the situation's still developing, and more flashes now occurring to the west of the Isle of Wight as well, which we'll catch up on shortly, as soon as I catch up with everything everywhere else.
Yeah, it's definitely keeping you busy.
There's one lightning strike which has just been confirmed as well, which has struck just actually under a mile from the Needles. So I had 2 actually. One's just occurred as well. Larger amount of lightning strikes are also now occurring around the area of Newton and Ventnor on the Isle of Wight, and there's one Well, there's a fair few now actually that have occurred around the area of Ryde on the Isle of Wight as well.
Mm.
It's becoming more of a hive of activity now for some of the thunderstorms.
Now, how's that one getting on at Wales?
Not much is going on with
Not
that
much.
one at this time.
There's just been a lot more strikes as well with the storm over Dorset.
Yes, it really is building up, that one. Let's take another look at it. It is now level 5 as it moves on towards the northeast. That is now the strongest storm that has occurred on the mainland UK today.
And Craig has just joined us.
We're joined by Craig.
Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good for some.
Not for you, I'm guessing. Why not?
No, absolutely horrible, and I'm not going to go into it because I
Okay.
will rage.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, but don't worry, 'cause I heard it on the radio.
Well, we would hate that on a live stream. Maybe we could have Craig's Rage Hour later on. The viewers, let's see if we do a viewer vote.
No.
Okay.
No. The language that would be in it would be very, very colourful.
So we'd have to
And I would
sanitize it.
advise not to.
Fine, Craig.
I actually haven't spoken to Craig in a while, and his voice sounds very different.
That's because I've been shouting, Michael. I've been shouting at an incompetent referee that is about as useless as a chocolate
Well, there
fire.
you go. There you go, there you go. The rest of your voice poor. I heard it on the radio, Craig.
If you had seen my face was about as red as a
No, I'm
sunburn.
with you. I'm with you, Craig. I'm with you. Come on, it
Thunderstorm that
until
was
it's cheating.
over the Isle of Wight area has died. And the one that was a level 7 is now over the area instead.
The one over the Isle of Wight, it's picking up again.
It's now in the form of another one by the looks of things. The one that was a level 4 nearby, it's getting a bit confusing over here on the map.
Come on, explain well this, isn't it?
They're
Is
sort of merging, aren't they?
now a 3 over here. That's a
Well, if
3.
you've got storms merging, they're going to start interfering with each other.
And the one further down is also a 3.
Seems to
So
be
here it
what's
is
happening.
now, and that is the current situation. The severe thunderstorm warning is out again, is no longer in place in the Portsmouth area, but still in effect for the Isle of Wight, and is still in effect for large parts of Somerset right now, and Dorset.
We've just had another 2 strikes around the area of Sway and New Milton. And also some more strikes off the coast near the Needles on the Isle of Wight. So there's the possibility that Southampton may still be in the firing line.
The level 20 that was over France is now a level 40.
At level 40.
Moving
Whoa.
north.
That's a massive one, that.
That's the largest we've had today so far.
Yeah, as indeed. Yes, that is huge.
Well, considering half of these hadn't been in the US, most of these would actually be severe warning because these would be fitting into severe warning criterias.
That's a big one.
Actually, looking at the cell that's over France at the moment, from the looks of it, there's strikes sort of every second or so.
And the cell that has just formed on the western coast of the Isle of Wight is now a level 2, so they're really getting it on all angles right now. Now let me get back to the live stream chat because I've not looked at it for some time. Apologies. But there's actually no new questions for us. If you do have any questions, start your message. I can't let that comment go.
Oh god, fill me in. What
Someone
the heck?
someone just said it's the German invasion of the UK 1940 colorized.
What?
No, 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 no.
It's
Yeah.
quite funny. But there we go.
More strikes, there's just been more strikes confirmed as well off the coast of Bognor and Wittering.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I guess you could say it was shocking.
We're now having first strikes in
Yeah,
Bournemouth
absolutely.
as well.
I'm glad everyone just ignored the pun because I am not proud of that.
I can see strikes. It's just
Yeah,
actually
it's a bit
just to
more
the
people like
east of Bournemouth. It's actually in Christchurch.
Yes. there as well. Yep.
But I'm guessing that these storms over the English Channel right now are starting to go into a line.
They've been in a line for some time, really.
I've been doing that for a while, actually.
Well, I'm guessing that these are going to be probably very significant squalls. I'm guessing.
I think they'll get more intense once they come on the land.
Where's your radar, Craig?
I know, where's your
I
radar?
can't use GR level 3 for the UK.
Why not?
You can. You can.
What
I've used GR level 3 for quite a while.
You used
I can't use it for that.
You used something
use it
last
for the
time.
US.
What did you use last time? You remember last
GR3
time?
for the US.
What did you use for the UK?
No, last time we were tracking
Oh,
storms
for
in
the UK, that would have been probably Weathercast or something, but that's completely different compared to GR3.
So I see. Okay.
GR3's radar is not like a potato.
It's not like a potato.
Yeah, because Weathercast is not a potato.
It's a funny one, Craig.
I was saying, I can also confirm as well that there's very heavy rain now over the Portsmouth area.
If anyone's got any questions, do send them in. Start your message with Force 13, otherwise I might well miss it in all of the comments that are going through. The one was a level 5 in Somerset, pretty much over Taunton now, is a level 8. And that is the strongest storm so far over land over the UK today. So 7:15, that's level 8. And that's pretty much sucked all the energy from the level 7 that was nearby, or that level 1. I don't know now which way is which. I think the level 1 is gone, and we're now left with the level... It was a 7, it is now a 6.
That means it's the energy drained.
And that is pretty much,
it's pretty much going to
upon
be like...
Yeovil.
Well, they're pretty much going to... Once the ones are in the line, they're going to be feeding off of each other, so pretty much what they're going to do is that they're going to interfere with each other's inflow and outflow. So pretty much what's going to happen from here is that those storms that are there should get stronger, because theoretically English Channel storms don't apply to logic and common severe thunderstorms.
Large amount of lightning strikes also now in the south of the New Forest National Park.
Now, the view from Force 13 HQ has changed significantly as well. The sun has gone in behind clouds. Clouds are now in the area and moving in pretty quickly.
Are those towers? Or is that just me?
Not quite. Yeah, not quite.
In the far distance, they could be. I don't know. I can't tell.
It looked like
not
they
good
could
enough.
be storm anvils, because from what there is a corkscrew updraft that's heavily embedded.
Craig, I think you're right, actually. I think you're right, the tower's in the distance.
You're looking at mine there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because looking at that there is looking like there is an anvil. So it looks like, and then in the back over the house roof there, it looks like there's a corkscrew updraft, which is normally signs of a very potent storm.
Well, there was a storm in Wales, but I've not heard much more about that.
But that's a pretty
North
significant
Wales.
updraft. If you're getting a corkscrew updraft by UK standards, that's impressive. And that's saying something.
Isn't it?
I mean, of course, it could be worse.
Temperature at HQ down to 71.
Yeah, it's dropping that way now. Yeah.
We'll probably get
Interview was
absolutely all
17
to
all day.
expect.
Yeah, we'll not get anything, Craig. It's already warm enough here. Past few days.
So the latest observations coming from the observation station at Odium, latitude 51.2 degrees north, 0.9 degrees west. As of 1800, the 1700 UTC or 1800 British Summer Time, we've got 21 degrees Celsius with a humidity of 61% and a central air pressure of 1,016.
10,000 HPA.
No, it's I was about to say, I was like 1000, and I was like, oh no, it's never mind. No, 1016 millibars and falling.
The thunderstorm that was over sort of the wind farm area near the coast of North Wales, if you know it, is gone.
That's very specific.
The one that's out at sea.
That must have died then.
You can't get much more specific than the wind farm. You're dealing with the sea.
Oh
There's another big wind farm off the east coast as well. Anyway, the latest in the Taunton area. It's a level 8, I believe it still is. Could be getting on 9 actually. The one that was... I've still yet to update that. Okay, so what was the level 7 has now moved in and is a level 6, moving off towards the northeast. That means 6 strikes per minute. That's serious still, by our standards at least. And the one that's in the Bournemouth area is also significantly stronger as well now. That is a level 5, moving in there to the east. Let's just get our bearings back here and update all of the stuff in time. That means as of 7:20, it's really expanding inland, and that's the Southampton area now under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, it's good ahead for
Just as well, the person that commented from Cowshot, they can expect storm conditions imminent.
Oh yes, yes. Thanks for reminding them. The one that was a level 7 over the Isle of Wight is now much weaker and is only a level 3, and that is probably about to lose that as well.
Some of the storms are in the English Channel looking pretty strong. There's a cell over northern France which is looking pretty beefy.
I think that's the 40.
That was 40 earlier.
Yeah, that's got a supercell-like structure to it because that's got that little swallow's tail fork to the north of it.
We'll catch up on that one shortly. I'm just catching up with everything else. Another level 1 thunderstorm has formed not far from the coast of Cornwall, out to sea a little bit there, moving off towards the northeast, pretty much following in the footsteps of that other storm that was striking the area earlier. That's as of 7:20 there, level 1. Now, to the one in northern France. Much stronger than before, and that is now level 50.
Yeah, that's dumping a hell of a lot of rain.
That's a supercell, I think, Craig. That's
dumping a hell of a lot of rain. Plus the fact it's expanding northeastwards. And then when you look northwards,
we've never defined a supercell by the levels before, but I would say level 50 might be the cutoff point.
Probably, but its structure on radar is definitely looking at it.
It's never close to it anyway.
Elsewhere, the thunderstorms look piddly.
Just going to say as well with the update as well for an outlook overnight tonight. So overnight tonight we've got sun evening sunshine in places. Once showers move away, but heavy showers of thunderstorms may develop for a time. Dry later on. A mild night with gentle southerly winds. Looking into tomorrow morning, it's expected to remain dry with sunny spells, but the afternoon will see cloud increase, bringing a chance of 1 or 2 showers developing, perhaps heavy and not quite as warm as it has been today, but possibly still just about clipping 20. And then there's also looking into next week as well. Monday will be dry with often hazy sunshine, but will also be much cooler than Sunday, possibly looking around the ballpark, with top temperatures being 18, maybe 19 degrees for the day. And also looking overnight on Monday, there is the risk of little patchy rain overnight. Dry with also some sunshine for a good part of the day on Tuesday. But there is also a threat of widespread and persistent rain overnight.
It's going to be a crap week, basically.
That's to be very cooler.
And Wednesday will possibly also see...
It's looking back to normality. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Normality.
Normality.
What even is normality? I mean, define normality.
Normality. UK's generally wet, so...
UK's generally
Wednesday may also
it's generally wet, miserable, whatever you want to call it.
Wednesday may also see some sunny spells with heavy and also again possibly thundery showers forming.
Ooh.
And in certain terms, for the most of them days, storm chasers would call them days SHI days.
Lovely.
2 days.
Yeah, just let's leave out that last letter because I'm pretty sure folk would get it.
Thank you for that.
Shit.
Now looking at the Force 13 HQ webcam.
Oh yeah.
Craig,
the clouds are coming in.
your thoughts?
Clouds, and it's a good thing that the NHC hasn't seen them because it would probably be named Colin.
Oh, you had to.
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
I had to. I couldn't help
Yeah, I
myself.
know. Yeah.
Well, looking at the tower in the
Hold
background.
on a minute, hold on a minute. No, I can't let you go on like that. I'd just like to say, if there's anyone from the National Hurricane Centre watching, we do apologise on behalf of Craig, because he does have a huge vendetta against you. Oh yes.
You had to bring that up. Right.
I'll say as well, with the possible next week or so on the pressure charts, it's looking rather stable. Well, for Britain, rather stable. I should emphasise. But looking into next week, it's remaining relatively settled up until the latter part of the week, when we possibly may see some more low pressure moving in, with the isopods very close together, with the possibility towards the end of the week seeing a little more unsettled conditions. And I use that term figuratively.
I can't believe it's the last week of April too. It was Saturday as well, I think.
There's been an isolated lightning flash near Aberystwyth in Wales, in mid Wales there, along the coast. But now back to the rest of the action further south in the Dorset area there. What was a level 8 appears now to have weakened a little bit. We're giving it a 5 right now by the looks of things, as it moves on towards the northeast. Beyond Taunton is now getting very close to Bridgewater. It's going to pass there just to the south. That's Bridgewater, which I think is still Somerset, but it could be Devon. I'm not sure.
We've just had confirmed lightning strikes in the Fawley area, which is actually near Calshot as well. And there's just been 2 strikes, what looks to be at the SO petroleum oil refinery.
Try saying that when you're drunk.
There's also just been more strikes confirmed around that area as well. And there's now a large amount more developing. We've also got more confirmed strikes on the Isle of Wight.
Are you next to a busy road?
Well, no, that was just a very loud motorbike with a guy that was heavily compensating.
For the love of God.
That's putting it politely.
Moving on.
You do get a lot of people in alternate do overcompensate a little bit.
Anyway, I must give some more important information now, I'm afraid. A level 10 in Dorset and a level 11 is now the one in... Is that still Hampshire? Moving in on Southampton, yeah. Level 11 there. Could hit Southampton town centre, city centre.
Somebody shared on my Facebook the Thunderstorm lightning.
Meanwhile, on the Isle of Wight, I must keep going. Level 3 continues over the Isle of Wight right now, and the one further east is a level 4. So still a significant situation going on, and it's probably the busiest time we've seen so far. Michael.
There has also just been strikes also confirmed in the Hythe area, which is just under a mile to the south of Southampton city centre. So I am still monitoring that there just to make sure what that is doing. So looking at the rainfall at the moment, I am just refreshing the page so I can get the latest details. There is currently, as of yet, no rainfall that's been reported yet, although the latest frame was at 1915, but there's no rainfall yet, as of yet, over the Southampton area. But there is looking likely that there will be in a moment's time. But I'm just waiting for the latest frame from the Met Office.
Don't trust Met Office.
Yeah, I mean,
the Met Office.
Here's an observation that I'm going to give the folk. When the Met Office say something is quote unquote, will happen, don't believe it until you see it.
Now, I must interrupt again. The supercell, as we're now calling it over northern France, level 60.
Yeah, I would agree. That is definitely
I would say
a
that's a
supercell.
supercell. Yeah.
I mean, if that isn't a supercell, then well, I just don't know what is a supercell now. If that's not a supercell, because that's
must be.
supercell, all right.
There's been a hell of a lot of questions since then, so I must get onto the questions now. Let's see where we started. Looks like it's going to Miss Warrington. What do you think? The particular cell we were talking about earlier will, yes. In fact, Force 13 HQ webcam is pointing in that direction. I would say that Warrington is probably underneath that cloud, that darker cloud in the near distance there. Not the far distance, the near distance. So not far from Force 13 HQ. But nothing there yet at the minute, or here.
There's looking like there's some pretty, what looks like lower level clouds in there. That would probably lower any chances of thunderstorms in your area, which means that it would be the colder area, or the cold air that's there wouldn't allow thunderstorms to develop. Pretty much the same issue that I have up here. Is the fact that the mid levels are either too dry, or there's cold air aloft, and it's not.
Temperatures aren't high enough up here.
I must take some more questions. Anything for Devon, preferably around the Newton Abbott area? Well, I thought. Hold on a minute. Newton Abbott had one of the first thunderstorms earlier. It looks like that area might have seen it all by now, but there may still be some on the way. It looks like the main part of it has missed Newton Abbott. Let's see, there's quite a few other things. Has France ever been hit by a hurricane? Almost.
Oh, for God's sake.
Seriously, almost.
Almost.
Unless you want to count places like Martinique and Guadeloupe and all those as well. Definitely have
that
them.
little quote unquote cell. It's virtually a blob that's over Aberystwyth. It's virtually a little dot. That has to be one of the smallest thunderstorms you could get. Albeit, it's in a perfect environment because it's on its own. So pretty much what can happen here is that it can develop further, and probably could become one of the strongest land-borne storms yet that we've got. Because the rest of them, as you see on radar that are on the chart that Nathan's got for the thunderstorms, pretty much describes what's going on, is that they're merging into one. So pretty much what probably will happen by, not them all, but they're starting to, probably by 9 British summertime.
The Dorset storm is now level 15.
Oh my, that's
We're going to be having a few, well, pretty much these storms will start merging into a giant line.
And that is entering into the flood concern area as well.
I saw it as, yeah.
Also, strikes now confirmed in the Netley area. And there are also now a larger amount of lightning strikes in the Solent area between the Isle of Wight and also mainland England.
Yeah, I've actually saw an image from the Isle of Wight now on my Facebook, because I thought the thunder line would be just a shelf cloud. Not a big shelf cloud.
Hello. What are you up to? I'm on about the cell that's in France. Our super cell.
I was talking about the 60 one.
That's looking rather suspicious, but that's looking like... Now, mind you, France is definitely no stranger to possible tornadoes, but looking at this...
You can get tornadoes there. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just gonna have to try and kill the screen share.
Craig, don't talk about that as if you've found one.
Hey, you never know!
You'll get people worried.
You can't say it unless it's confirmed.
One thing I could say is that might be just hailstones.
I'm hardly gonna... But here's our situation with our supercell that's in France. Classic supercell.
go into that shortly, but look at this. These cells over the south coast right
That's
now.
pretty big, Craig.
Level 9, level 5, level 15, level 5, 3, 3, 1. Everywhere lining the coast here. You could draw a line over them all, pretty much.
Back in the mode.
Okay, maybe
I
not.
want to confirm said circulation, which there probably is.
Now the software is telling me there's an invalid argument. So, there we go. Now we will all have an invalid argument whilst the software waits to come back.
Very funny.
Looking at it, it's probably a weak circulation. I mean, I wouldn't really jump to conclusion of
It's still nasty. It's still a nasty storm.
But I mean, if there is a hook echo, a rotation in there, you can see. Oh God, med office. This is why I don't use you. This is really you're giving me the perfect
I would
reason
ignore
why
the
I don't.
med office.
But
The
You
Met
can see
Office
here,
won't be
there's
coming
your
on
inflow
Force
now.
13 anytime soon then.
oh God's sake. But as I was saying, there you can see your inflow notch and possibly the weak circulation
hold
that's
on.
there. I wouldn't jump to
Let's
conclusion.
just get your screen up here.
Alright, okay.
There it is.
Okay, so this is the supercell that's in France right now. So here you can see your little hook echo that's in the potato quality that is Medover's radar. And here you can see a well-defined inflow notch. Not saying that there is a tornado there, but there is a potential circulation. France is no stranger to tornadoes, nor is Italy, as we found out earlier this year. If there is a circulation, literally keep calm and try and find any safe places that are in your homes, but do not panic. That's literally the worst thing you want to do during a possible tornado event. That's virtually one of the worst, if not the worst, things to do. But seeing a supercell in France, I mean, I don't even know how rare that is.
Not very.
No, it wouldn't happen quite often.
Here's
during the
another
summer.
view from Matthew Perrin on Twitter, I believe it was, looking towards the Isle of Wight from his location right now, or in the last 10 minutes or so. So there's another view.
Yeah. It's actually a picture I saw on Facebook.
Huh.
It's the same one.
And this is the view at Force 13 HQ. And I think the software is back working again, which is lovely.
That's just all I did.
If you do have any comments or questions for us, do start your message with Force 13 all in text. You can also, of course, send us a tweet or a Facebook message or anything else. Or you can send an email to contact@force13.com. Temperature at Force 13 HQ down to 68. And that storm in France right now. I'm just trying to check how strong that one is. Pretty strong.
See how much there is, but there's a lot. Yeah, there you go. It's not looking as good as it once was. There you go. Not in terms of circulation for turns, but the storm itself's looking rather immaculate.
Now level 48.
Oh. Oh dear. Wait a minute. The cell in the front. The cell France. Okay.
Yeah, the cell France. Yeah. That's the one.
There's just been more strikes confirmed as well in around the area of Hook, not the Hook near Basingstoke, it's the Hook near Fareham, which is a small hamlet village from the looks of it. And it looks as though that there is a possibility where it's starting now to move a bit further north towards Botley and Hedge End. And there now are also strikes confirmed in the city centre of Southampton.
Yeah.
I mean, this for the first storm event for the UK summer is pretty significant.
Do you think it says something about the future?
Well, if I could tell you that, I might as well just tell you the next week's lottery numbers. But
Please tell me.
no, I'm not telling you.
He wouldn't even if he knew.
No, I wouldn't. I would keep it all to
Yeah,
myself.
exactly. That's right.
The hell with that.
Looking back at the map in a minute. Where is it? There it is. Level 12 now, moving through Dorset, and the next area is now under severe warnings as well. It's looking a right mess this evening for many of us. And right in Bournemouth now, there's a significant thunderstorm affecting that area. That is level 5. And it's moving through
the storm
right now.
Nathan, have you got any tabs on the storm that's just to the, or the potential thunderstorm that's just to the west of Liverpool?
Well, that was there earlier, but it's not producing any thunderstorms right now.
Any lightning now, so.
It's looking pretty significant on the Met Office radar.
We'll get onto it shortly if you just keep that up there for a moment. The one near Southampton is pretty serious now as well, level 15.
Let's have a look here.
So anyone to the west of Southampton, very severe thunderstorm in the area. One over the Isle of Wight now down to level 2, and the one further to the southeast down to level 1, so those ones are dying. The Isle of Wight is now out of a severe thunderstorm warning again, and is back to a thunderstorm alert. The storm further south is still present somewhere, and the supercell to the south further was level 48, and we'll update that again a little bit later. The storm that was approaching sort of the coast of Cornwall is still not doing very much right now either. Some isolated flashes just west of Southport right now, where a severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect. There have also been 2 isolated flashes near Corris in Wales, to the northeast of Aberystwyth.
There's a bigger alert here, Nathan. I've just opened a can of cider.
Oh, for the love of God. I'm pretty sure folk didn't need to know that.
Well, no, it's because a lot of people have been taking the mick about
The Tango incident.
the Tango incident.
Yeah, don't just no. Dig it, give it its coffin, give it its grave, and kick it in it, and bury it. Good God.
I didn't hear any of what just happened.
Good.
Now that is a level 1 storm just to the west of Southport, which I can't place because the software has died again.
Software's been a pain.
You better get a defibber. Start performing CPR.
Oh yeah.
Nathan, we just had a comment, a decent comment actually.
Is that the first one you've seen?
Yeah. Well,
oh, is that the one that's saying, Michael, what is your YouTube channel?
No. So here we go. So we've got Camera Productions 29125. Has just said, do you know if anything will develop and then hit North Kent? I've seen a storm that headed for Kent, but that fizzled out.
Well, I'll tell you what, that supercell is Kent bound. So watch out later this evening and watch that supercell. Anyone in Kent and east and west Sussex, watch that supercell is what I would say.
It's just Thunder Supercell.
That's going to be yours, if anything.
If this thing will produce... I wonder if that cell, when it hits some of the English Channel, will produce water spill. I wonder. Because if it is a supercell, which it does look like it is, and if it is possibly a little bit tornadic,
you
do expect to see the funnel
possible.
cloud out of it, but once
That's
it gets
possible.
over the English Channel, it could produce a few water spouts.
It's possible, Greg.
Let's check the view again at Force 13 HQ, though you are looking at Michael's HQ in Hampshire clearing up by the looks of it. How's that possible?
Well, looking out, actually, I can see down. Hang on, stand by. I can see a little bit down, further down. So
sorry to interrupt you, Michael, but I must. There's been a flash just off the coast of Dover.
The White Cliffs of Dover.
What were you saying, Michael?
So it does seem a little clearer, but there might be something possibly off towards the south coming in.
All
Let's
right.
have a look.
Let's now look at Force 13 HQ. The view from there, looking very hazy still.
I don't see anything significant, Michael. I just see some rather.
But no, it's out of the camera frame. So it's behind.
Bring
that-
it into the camera frame.
I
God
can't
damn it,
because
man!
I can't because it's
Big
behind
time
that wall.
trick.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be another argument on Force 13 shortly.
Don't.
Debate
I-
13 gone
Oh,
I
no
have-
thanks.
I have already clarified this with Nathan and Lee, but that frame is fixed.
And
I
Michael,
know, I get it, Michael.
you would be pleased to know, Michael, that people are telling other people in the comments section to look up the Tango incident
Oh,
online.
for God's
So
sake!
you'll be very pleased to know that.
I'm gonna go delete the video.
Yes, please do.
I've actually considered deleting that channel, to be honest, because like I've not done anything with it in like a year and a half.
Okay,
We all needed to know that.
let's get back to the action,
Right, carry on.
which is currently underway and still in progress. Level 6 that has been moving towards the general direction of Bristol and Weston-super-Mare is continuing in that direction. In fact, it's moving further north than we were originally anticipating. There it is. It may well go on to affect Weston-super-Mare very soon. That's as of 7:45 local time. Don't forget the UTC clock is in the bottom left-hand corner. That is 1 hour behind UK time, and it's the time that we always use in our streams because we deal with many different time zones. The level 12 that was in the area is now a level 20, and that is the new highest level thunderstorm we've seen so far over land.
Right.
So that is somewhere, and is in fact some of it is affecting Shepton Mallet, and if it keeps going a little bit further, it will end up in Trowbridge and eventually Bath.
Oh Jesus!
So that's 7:45 there. I know there's a few questions, but after I update this, we'll get on to the questions.
I believe there's just been a lightning strike. Actually, I'm going to interrupt it. I think there's just been a lightning strike that might have just hit the General Hospital in Southampton.
Wow. It is a severe, potentially severe situation.
The map's just showing up, and it's just hit. From the looks of it, may have just hit the main hospital building.
Oh,
Now, is that just an estimate, is it, or is there actual
Well-
reports on the ground?
Well, no, it's the estimate by the lightningmaps.org map, which is normally fairly accurate.
To a few feet?
It's normally accurate to at least
How do we know?
50 meters, I think.
Well, we'll wait to hear anything on the ground on that one.
I'll keep an eye on that, see if there's any news.
I will keep an eye on the Twitter feed, actually, in the Southampton area.
We have another small cell now, level 1, that has just formed in the English Channel just north of Alderney in the Channel Islands, and level 1 is moving towards Dorset appears to have gone as well there. And there is another level 1 just to the west, a little bit to the west of Guernsey, moving away from the area. The cell that was a former supercell is still moving on forward and is now level 36. Anyone east of Portsmouth into east and west Sussex into Kent, watch the progress of that former supercell.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a supercell anymore. It's lost its characteristics. It's probably transitioning into what would be in the States and referred to a high precipitation mass.
It's about to go into the water, so.
Now,
In a wee while, probably.
we've had lots of mentions in the last few minutes, so I'm going to try and get through as many as possible. Why are people still changing official storm data on websites like Wikipedia after you've told people not to? Don't ask me. What are the two
Ask the people that
closest?
have done it.
What are the two closest tropical cyclones to the poles? Interesting question. I don't actually know off the top of my head because we're doing different coverage right now. Maybe Craig can go and have a look, but we can't really spread our resources very much here. Live view at 413 HQ. What time is sunset? Is another question there. Sunset's in about half an hour from now.
Somebody's posted Blackpool as well. It's looking quite fun there.
Will that superstorm head towards the Cambridge area? Way too early to speculate whether it will go to Cambridge. There's a lot of land in the way. Mentioning that supercell, really.
Well, looking at it on radar, the supercell, not superstorm, supercell, is starting to join up with a bigger area of precip over the English Channel.
Any chance of
surprise me.
thunderstorms in Swansea is another question, and that is somewhat unlikely at this time, but maybe an isolated thunderstorm will go that far west. We'll just it doesn't look like any of the main ones are going to get anywhere near Swansea, however.
Yeah.
Janine is telling everyone to look up the blooper reel 2016 and look for the Tango incident. And Devon's computer rage and the floppy disk, they say.
Oh,
I swear to God, leave that computer rage where it is. That computer has long been since dead. Honestly. God.
Anyway.
For the love of God.
I actually have changed computers since that incident.
Oh, for God's sake.
Did it not survive?
Well, no, it's just because I think it died like 6 months later because logic. Because it just
Well, it either did or it didn't.
Now the one that's approaching Western Supermare down to level 3, so that will no longer be severe if it continues to weaken like that. The one that was level 20 is still pretty strong. I'm trying to find out how strong that one is now.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures coming up on my Facebook because I'm in a group called UK and Ireland where just there's people going are very excited right now.
I just seen someone ask a question. If Janine just asked me a question, how long I've been in Force 13 for.
28 now.
No, I've not been there for that long.
No,
I've only been in Force 13 for about 3 years.
This level 28 is now heading into the flood area, the flood alert area.
That's a pretty significant thunderstorm though.
28, did you say?
Yes.
Oh my. Yes.
And these are all as of 7:50 PM. We're still rolling here, as the storms are. This is the main event right now. Still a level 4 now, it's down to 4, the one that's moving through Bournemouth and area. So as of 7:50, that one is continuing on northwards. The one that was heading through Southampton, that is still a level 10 as it continues north, and it has really affected the centre of Southampton. Well, not actually the dead centre, but just to the west. Looks like there's really been a hive of activity in between Southampton and which one is the Western River? Is that still the Solent?
Yes.
Yes. So on that side it's still very significant there. Level 1 that's approaching land is just about reaching land near Bognor Regis as of 7:50. That's pretty...
The Southampton one's calmed down, although there are now more lightning strikes confirmed in the following areas, which is Broome, Coldford, and around the areas of Castle Carey, and around there. Sorry, you were saying, Nathan?
The cell that's moving off the coast of France, level 40, 40, as of 7:50. And it's left behind a lot of thunderstorm activity as well, which will probably also get designated shortly. There are
Yeah,
isolated
exactly.
flashes occurring in mid Wales and just off the coast of Southport in the northwest. Nothing more on that yet, and if anything does happen in the northwest, we will probably see it.
That little storm that's in the just to the northwest of Liverpool, to the southwest of Blackpool.
I saw
It's
pictures.
two separate little cells, but it looks like there's another little cell trying to blow up to even further to the northwest.
I saw a picture for Blackpool. It looks
So-
quite fun looking.
And that's, I know I'm not going to be optimistic about that hitting me, because that's going to be moving with the flow of the storms.
It's going to be too
moving
cold for us
northwards.
to.
I would just like to let the viewers know as well, when it does get dark, my camera will go dark as well. I will get, I'm going to turn off my camera because it
But
doesn't
now-
take well with dark.
Okay.
Good away to WL.
Here's Force 13 HQ still. The temperature now down to 67 degrees.
Yeah, it's gone down. And down here as well. It's now
Almost
60.
sunset here at Force 13 HQ, and it's still looking
Yeah.
pretty idyllic over here.
It's still out here as
I
well.
think it's- Nathan, I just wondered, with your area, when it's like the longest day of the year, does it not get completely dark there?
I don't know yet, because we've not had it out on the longest day of the year yet.
It only goes dark.
I mean,
till
like,
we-
I don't have to remember from last year. Did it like just stay like a dark blue tinge, just not completely black?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The camera was only installed in July.
Okay.
we'll need to wait to June to find out. 21st.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
makes
So, what were we going to say next? Well, we're coming up to 8 o'clock local time. And this is the latest situation. Well, not what we're looking at, but here. That's as of 7:50. All of those cells in the area. You can see where the biggest affected areas are right now.
Strikes are also now confirmed in Eastleigh.
Bad people walking by, that's where the dogs are going wild.
Indeed. Alright, let's see if we can get to my screen again over here and see if we can look at this. That is a view that I forgot his name, Joe, sent in near Gatwick. There's nothing going on there yet, but I'm sure he'll also be watching, considering he's sent that picture in to us. Looking a little bit glum over there, but with daylight starting to fail, it's going to be a night light show for some of us in the country now.
Always the best time to watch a thunderstorm.
My camera may come back online if it is like a nightlight show here.
And we've just had
You would
another
probably
flash.
really turn down the exposure for that.
Another flash near Thornton Cleveland, just north of Blackpool.
Ah, that would be the cell I was referring to earlier, or one of them. Yes.
Yeah. It's just slowly getting a bit more dull here at Force 13 HQ, still looking pleasant outside. This is Force 13's live coverage of the latest situation in the UK with thunderstorm activity abound. We're doing this coverage on behalf of Force 13 UK and Ireland, which is another channel that we run, one of the local regional channels. Sometimes we do weather forecasts on there going out to 5 days, and if you have any footage to send in to us tonight from any of the thunderstorms, we'd love to see it and put it on there so that others can see it as well. And if I catch any footage tonight, which I don't think I will because I don't think anything's going to happen here, no doubt you'll see that online as well.
I wouldn't really counting on it. I'm counting on seeing
You're certainly
anything.
not.
Well, if I were to be saying that, I would be on extreme something because I would be completely deluded if I said I was to get a thunderstorm.
I'll try and see if I can catch anything tonight, and I'll send it through.
The level 1 thunderstorm is still in the area, and there are some more lightning flashes that have occurred just offshore Blackpool. So anyone in Blackpool right now, we do have a member there, might be seeing some action offshore over there. That's at 8 o'clock local time, just coming up to 7 PM UTC, as you'll see on the clock on the bottom left hand side of the screen. As we head back.
So that's to the north. Or let me just refresh the radar so I can get a recent image.
Lightning strikes are also now moving north, with strikes now confirmed around the Mottisfont and Dunbridge area, and also in the areas around Dean and also around East Wiltshire.
Yes. Just about reaching Bath now as well. As us northerners say it, Bath.
Salisbury may also now need to be on the watch out as well, because the storm's coming from two directions. From
And
the
don't forget,
around Salisbury.
with the flood alert in effect for the Salisbury Plains area, this could produce flash flooding.
I mean, looking at it, the cell that oh, hang on, wait a minute.
Lightning strikes are now also just being confirmed in the area of Winchester.
But
Yep.
the area that's stretching all the way from pretty much that Swanage there, all the way up to just leaving Cardiff right now, is looking like a squall line has started to develop. And then you've got the area that is affecting Southampton, which will probably merge with it
Is
and
weakening.
then form a squall line. They'll form
Down
a
to a
squall line
6.
looking at that one there. Let's see if it, anyway, yeah, there we go.
The one that was over Southampton down to a level 6 now. The one that was in Dorset into Wiltshire area now, Somerset, was a 20. Was 28 now down to 20. And there's one just coming ashore, approaching Bognor Regis.
Yeah, the one that's virtually just off the coast of Blackpool's really ramped up. It just went straight up.
The Isle of Wight, for the first time in a few hours now, is clear of thunderstorms at the minute.
The storm that's over France appears to be very slow moving.
Which means we'll be waiting all night, folks.
It is leaving the coast, but it's getting progressively bigger, so the main part
The
of
ferry
the
will
storm...
get there first.
Guys, I am. Where's my phone?
I don't know. Wherever you put it.
How are we going to know?
I don't know.
Well, why
Just
did
to
you not?
give you a heads up, I have just seen. I found my phone. I've just had a look out the other side of the house. I'm going to quickly change to my phone because you guys need to see this.
Oh boy.
Oh, really?
It looks sinister.
Oh.
What I do if I can't get video, I'll.
I
take
bet you
a
can't get
photo.
video.
No, if I can't get the video to work on my phone, I'll take a photo and send it to you, and you can show it on the stream.
That'll be Craig's job then.
Excuse me?
Just gonna
Yes.
change over.
'Cause I can't.
I'm just gonna... Hail in the UK, you're saying it like it's never happened before. Let me tell you this, it's happened about a million times. There's no need to exclaim it.
I'm sorry, what are we talking about now?
So someone in chat was screaming
Can you see
hail.
video, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
a
not see much of
lot
it.
of cars. And a potato
Right.
quality.
Can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, from the,
Quite hard
yeah,
not
but-
to. Well, it fills up
I
the
knew
whole
so.
screen, Craig.
I knew someone was gonna say that. I knew they were gonna say that.
What we're looking at, though, is the question, Michael.
It's the clouds.
Oh, whoop-de-doo.
No, these look sinister.
No, they don't. They're just clouds.
No, the thunderstorm is that direction.
What do you want us to do about it?
That's, yeah. It is still, and it is expanding as well. The closest lightning strike to Michael's house right now, calm yourself, Craig, is in Hambledon.
How is the quality?
Potato. I'll put it that way.
Best I can do, to be honest, because the Sky aren't the best internet providers.
Okay, well, if anyone from Sky is watching, we've also upset them. Now, moving on.
Oh, there was a flash then.
Was it not your cat?
There was just a flash.
Ah, for the love
Was it
of
not
God,
Flash the
mate.
cat, Michael?
For the love of
No,
God.
Good.
he's somewhere.
We need to stop the jokes, I think.
Yeah, please. Stop. As you said after we went upside down, stop with this silliness.
I did say that, actually, didn't I? Yeah.
I was waiting for you to start arguing with me.
No arguing. I was just
So,
pressing
so
some
who
buttons
else?
on another computer there. Yeah.
But Nathan, I'd put unofficially, I would put now a, I don't know if it's there already, but put a thunderstorm warning out for this area.
For the love of
Well,
God.
there isn't one at the minute.
We need to, because I've just seen flashes, not like, I could see a flash from here.
Well, that's nice.
In the meantime, we have a new thunderstorm warning, not a warning, but a new cell that's been detected in Wales. This cell is located just to the north of, what does that say? It's cut off by a line. So I'm missing out one crucial letter, because I don't know what it says. I think it's Rügelmann, or something like that. In any case, it's to the southwest of Clanwich-Wilskin. Something like that. If you want to do it better than I do, if you're a Welsh speaker, please contact the show.
Oh, more flashes.
Oh, God.
We just got more flashes here.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
Craig, I
getting-
bet you can't speak Gaelic.
I don't really care. I'm just getting my own back of you laughing at me when I couldn't pronounce
Saipan.
Saipan.
You still didn't then, did you?
I was gonna try and do it the joke way, but as I decided, nah. I'm just getting my own back.
It's now down to a level 15 approaching Bath there, so there's another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Bath area. And Swindon as well. That also includes Chippenham and a
Outflowing.
few other places.
Wouldn't surprise me if most of these storms are outflow dominant.
So just bear with us whilst we update these graphics yet again, as constant updates are needed. The one that was going through Bournemouth is just about dying. That's now level 1, moving inland. Off it goes. And so we're downgrading that warning to just an alert.
Yeah,
one
wind's
that-
picking up, and that looks like outflow.
Runs over the Southampton area, now down to level 5, moving towards the north. And its furthest extent is almost to Andover. So that means
I'm
it's
going to
pretty
go
much,
switch back to the,
pretty much onto the Salisbury Plain.
switching back to the PC, and I'll put the thing on.
We now have some more thunderstorms developing from the south as well. I'm seeing one now that could be approaching the coastline soon too, towards the Swanage area. That's still level 1.
That's my
Queuing
camera
up,
back
really.
on now.
I'm guessing you're probably getting outflowing winds rather than inflow.
There's the view at Michael's location, and let's take a look at what Force 13 HQ looks like. There's Force 13 HQ. Sunset is about 10 minutes away.
Because I'm just using the little leaf that's in the frame of Michael's camera, and it looks like either outflowing winds or inflowing, depending on which direction the main storm is. But if it is,
The storm is coming from behind that frame.
so it's inflowing.
Yeah, so
So you're in inflow.
because this is facing northeast. The storm is coming from the southwest.
Yeah.
But this will probably get
what's
some pretty.
What's
so
the temperature of the wind? Is it warm or is it cold?
It's very warm. You know, like
Yeah,
just
it's
before. It's like just before the storm, you get like that sudden warming, and it like goes really eerie.
Yeah, because that's inflow.
It's just it's really eerie. It's I know like it's to do with the inflow of the storm, but it's still weird.
Yeah, but warm air inflow is a signature of strong. Well, when I say strong, all storms have warm air inflow. And then suddenly, when the downdraft arrives, it goes cold because obviously downdraft, cold outflow.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go. I'll leave this on. I'm just gonna go and see if I can get some shots and see what's happening out the front. And if I see fit, I'll reconnect onto my phone.
And we're left with the view at Force 13 HQ. If you've got any questions about your area and what to expect, go ahead and ask us. The thunderstorm is now in Bath and just about over Bristol as well.
I mean, that's looking pretty gnarly. That's looking like a high precip thunderstorm.
Level 1 thunderstorm directly over Bristol. And what was a level 15 is still also in the area. And I'm trying to figure out what that one is as well. 12 or 13? 13. Still a very severe storm, that one. And further south, these areas along the coastline now. No thunderstorm activity occurring there anymore at the minute, but still severe thunderstorm watches remain in effect.
The little line of thunderstorms in the little channel there moving towards Blackpool has actually really ramped up behind the one that's currently hitting, so I wonder if that's a thunderstorm as well.
It is a level 1 thunderstorm off Blackpool.
Yeah, but there's another one behind that one as well.
In Wales.
No. One further west of that one, the one that's currently going towards Fleetwood.
Interesting. Now, the one that's down here that was a level 1 is now level 2. And the one that's further to the south also moving up, still level 1. These are 810s. And here's the latest that we're looking at.
The line that's in the channel has
This one
spawning a little thunderstorms off to its northeast, northwest, I should say. Get my directions right.
This one is just getting more confusing over time. The one that's just leaving France.
Yeah, it's morphing into different shapes.
It is a shapeshifter.
It looks like it's actually splitting into two different cells.
More than 2, I think. I've got 3 now.
They're probably all in the one, but we'll see if they
Maybe.
can split into separate cells. But the ones that are near Blackpool and Fleetwood, the ones there are actually spawning thunderstorms further to the northwest.
Looking at the whole picture there, you can see all.
Most of these thunderstorms have been pretty significant. Good God, I'm pretty glad I haven't been hit by any. Not yet. Probably until August. That's probably when I'll end up getting one.
Well, I might get something next month, maybe.
I'm waiting on August. 3 in the morning. I'm calling it now.
August 3 in the morning.
I'm going to leave you with Michael's webcam for a few moments whilst you guys have a little chat.
Dead. The storms that are near Fleetwood, and the one that's further west of that one, it's spawning more thunderstorms off to the northeast, and it's hard to tell whether they're trying to advance further northwards. I mean, it's very difficult to tell.
Reports on Facebook, yeah.
Because the one that's furthest, the one that's heading for Millam right now that's the closest one to Scotland right now. That is virtually the closest one.
Yeah, I don't really see much for this.
If one were to reach him, I mean, hell, it wouldn't last long.
Yeah, not warm enough.
If it were to adapt to cold air, but we'd see.
It's going to get colder here, anyway.
Not something before, but we'll see.
See what happens.
But I'm not holding my hopes up for anything, so.
No, no bites on this time, because we missed the heat that England had. Which I did expect, start of the week.
So there's the picture from Hampshire, and now let's take a look back at Force 13 HQ. That's how it's looking like right now, and it's looking like sunset here. It's starting to get dark very soon. Not that you'll notice on the Force 13 webcam, because it does it remarkably well in the low light conditions. Now let's see if anyone's got some more questions. I'm sure there are some. Janine wants to know if Craig's going to talk about Devon's computer rage.
No.
Okay, well there you go. And there's nothing else at this time. So we're still watching those storms. We've been here for 3 hours, I believe. Have we? Yes.
It's 3 hours.
And there again is the latest picture.
Just really, Jane, considering most of us weren't born at the time of the Great Storm of '87.
Yeah. Documentary on it.
The storm that was over Bournemouth has died.
Well, we must bury it then.
Storm moving through Southampton, still level 5, moving north again a little bit, so a new area is now under the warning zone. And so the dog agrees.
That's our dog.
And the level 1 that was moving near Bognor Regis has also died.
Yeah, it was always possible with him. They're gone.
Craig, have you seen this France thing? Could you show us if possible?
I'm just looking at the ones that are near Blackpool and all that. I mean, the one that's heading towards Barrow and Furness.
I'm seeing a distinct V shape in France.
You're detecting a V shape.
Very distinct. Have a look. Please show us if possible.
I see what you're on about. Interesting. Very interesting.
And Craig is now in the process of showing us. Not as well defined on that picture than what I'm looking at, but There's another view.
But it does show what you're going on about, and I would agree that there's a swallow-like tail to that. So that's
Whilst you're on this, can you show us the radar of the whole country right now?
in about 10 hours.
Oh. That's the picture at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So
Come on,
apart
mate,
from-
office, hurry up.
Apart from them thunderstorms, there are a few little isolated bits and bobs here and there.
Especially these ones up here.
Scotland and Western Ireland is just having typical frontal nonsense.
Nah, we're having the best. We're getting hee-haw.
We'll not get it.
I mean, like the western coast there, the Western Isles.
Yeah, most of this will just be a frontal area. Probably
Pleasant up there. They're missing out on
a
all
lot
the
of
fun.
heavy rain, but nothing significant. Look at that, completely dry. That's never happened in Scotland or the UK before. There's dry areas here, and I'm surprised that no one has
it's not
called
gonna last long,
this
Craig.
for this great big weird yellow round thing that's in the sky. Apparently, Google says it's the sun.
It's the girl changing there too. So that big yellow thing's already set now. So
Yeah, that big weird thing's gone.
yeah, it's gone. It's gone down tonight.
Oh my
Level 20 over Chippenham right now. Moving north-northeast.
god.
Interesting.
The level 5 is in between Salisbury and Winchester and is continuing north towards Andover as of 8:20 PM.
Oh, is Bradford and Leeds gonna get anything or question being asked?
My guess would be no at the minute.
I would probably agree. I wouldn't count on it.
And I wouldn't count on being able to estimate what level this France complete mess is right now.
Well, if you were to combine them all, I mean, hell.
It would be hell on earth, yes.
The one that's looking like a supercell again, or an embedded supercell, is probably looking at it, because that entire thing's dumping around 32, well, supposedly 32 millimeters per hour. That's only radar estimate, so and it does look like there's a nice little hook in there, but I wouldn't really count any bets on that saying there's anything serious. It could just be the way that the rain shaped and sculptured these storms looking.
Well, this is what we're putting on our screen right now. And it is a 49.
Oh, for the...
Which is very nearly a supercell.
Oh, I mean, it probably would be, in a way. 4. There's 40. Yeah.
So that's the latest at 8:20. A mess
I
in
mean,
northern
if you were to
France.
combine all them storms that are there, you probably would have a very significant supercell.
Where those storms are, it's 9:20.
And this storm moving towards Dorset again is a 4 now, level 4. Moving to the north-northeast.
I wonder if I can see it on Sims. I wonder. Probably not. Probably not strong. Or I'm wrong.
And a level 2 slowly approaching the coast of Dorset as well.
There's another little area, a little extratropical cyclone just to the west of Portugal. Its tail's swinging northward, so whether that will be the next wave of thunderstorms could be the next question.
I think Spain's quite lively too.
The thunderstorm near Blackpool is now level 2.
Oh. I think it's starting to decide to go up through the gears after plundering about.
And that is
No,
very
no.
nearly reaching Barrow in Furness, which is in the southern part of Cumbria.
And there's another one trying to blow just west of Preston.
That's
This
quite
is
interesting,
probably
yeah.
the one that's just to the north of the one that Nathan just mentioned. Are probably the furthest that they'll get.
They'll probably just get to like the south. Maybe the Scottish borders at a push, but nothing much. No,
That's a big push.
that's probably just a push.
shove.
Maybe, but I don't know. No.
Nah, it's not. It's not a shove.
Or maybe
They're-
just
they're-
south
we're
of that. Maybe
beyond-
just
beyond
Cumbria.
that.
Maybe just to the Cumbria, and then that'll be it.
I mean, hell. To be honest, I wouldn't even count yours. If you're, say, the East Coast, and then anyone from Scotland, don't even count. You don't even count.
No, I'm not.
anything.
I'm not
You
expecting
don't.
anything up here.
Seriously,
I
don't.
just said they
enjoy
might
the
get,
sunshine.
might get to Cumbria. That'll be it.
Cumbria if it's lucky.
Well, Cumbria's just above that one.
As I said, the one that's to the north of Barrow Furnace, that's probably the one that's
And
going to
we've
be the
just
furthest.
had a flash on Anglesey as well
Where's that?
in North Wales.
Yeah, that nasty
I was
little
there
cell
2 days
is
ago.
there. Oh,
Was that where you were there 2 days ago?
And there is that storm that's in. Hold on a minute, let's get there. Give us one moment here.
giving you one moment.
Thank you. The level 20 that was in Wiltshire is continuing to move towards the northeast, towards Cirencester, to the west of Swindon. That appears to be now not as strong as I first thought, and appears to be a level 8 now. It's gone down drastically from 20 down to 8, but it has become much more widespread, more stretched, I suppose.
So
As
it's
it moves on.
dropped full 12 level.
Now
God.
Janine is asking me to do an impersonation of David Tones. I can do one better than that by actually having David Tones here.
That is very true. That is very
I'm going
true.
to see if he picks up. So this is for you, Janine.
I'm probably, as well as folk could probably already tell, my voice is really starting to go. But I shall push on.
Do we have David yet?
No.
I can't tell. You
Well,
can never
just wait for
tell
the
when the
Just wait for the distinguishable
Well, obviously.
Australian accent.
I mean, I could try. No, he's not going to pick the phone yet. Well, we'll wait and see what happens with that. Thunderstorms could still be affecting Swindon, though, as well. I'm just looking, and there are isolated thunderstorms all over the place. We are now joined by David.
Janine, we have
Yeah.
David for you.
Janine wanted me to do a David impersonation, so I've gone one better. I'm now going to do an impersonation of David. David's supposed to speak now. And make me sound good. Okay, I guess that didn't work. In any case, this is the main thunderstorm activity that we're looking at right now. To be honest, it looks like everything else is sort of fizzling out at this time. The level 5 that was moving north of Southampton, in between Salisbury and Winchester, is now down to a level 1. All the way down to 1. So that one has weakened substantially as we get to 825, and the severe thunderstorm warnings for those areas will be discontinued down to thunderstorm alerts. So there we are with the latest on that one. Level 1 from 5. Do we have anyone here right now? Nope.
Everybody's
Oh.
gone quiet.
There's David.
Yeah. Good to be here.
Yes.
I'm
Rather.
waiting for my daily dosage of Nathan doing his usual impersonations, but
Now the level 5
how-
that was over northern France, that is still, that is much stronger now. It's a real mess down there at the minute. and it's difficult to tell which storm is which now. That's up to 25, level 25 over France, and then you've got level 6 next to it, and then the right hand side is down to a level 15. What absolute mess down there. This is Force 13 live on behalf of Force 13 UK with live coverage of the UK weather.
Nathan, seeing I'm over here in Australia, what's the severest areas for this current bout of storm activity?
Say again.
What's the severest area of activity?
Right now?
Yep.
Wiltshire.
Seems to be, yeah. Aye, the worst stuff's
France.
over France now, though. There's something along Blackpool, but that's weakest.
So yes, just a reminder that the numbers that you see on the screen are estimated strikes per minute.
Yeah.
When it's 3 strikes per minute, we consider that to be severe by UK standards. The blue outline is an area that we are a bit concerned about because that is a flood alert area.
When was that issued?
It's in
Nice,
effect
it's-
at present.
It's had that up for a while, David. That blue circle.
That's just a guide.
Yeah, it's just a guide, really.
It is level 11 now near Swindon, and it sort of is. It's very wide, this one.
Oh, is that quite a big one, is it?
Now you can see the centre of it there, as of 8:30. But I could draw a little circle around it to show the area that it covers. It actually covers that area, so it is quite large.
Oh my, that's a big one.
Nathan, that blue line that you've got for the flood, what would the population be?
It's genuine.
What's that hard?
Generally, it is rural,
That's a hard one, David.
and most of the actual flood-prone areas within that region are the rural areas. There are some towns in there, but the towns themselves are probably not going to be flood-prone.
Probably just be a countryside.
I had to ask that question.
Particularly the Salisbury
That's fine,
Plain,
it's
though.
fine. Yeah.
But we're looking out. In fact, there has been a lightning flash about
Where?
2 or 3 miles northeast of Michael.
Oh, I don't know why Michael's not talking.
Well, let's look at his webcam. It's still there. There's nothing on. You can hardly see anything now. It's gone dark. But if there are any lightning flashes, I think it's pointing in that direction. So, who knows? There could be some lightning going on there, or maybe it's just a stray flash. Well, we'll see if we can see anything on that.
Yeah.
Now I'm a bit scared to turn over in case we miss a flash. But we can barely see anything. A flash has occurred about 5 miles maybe, and another one has occurred about 15 miles to the northeast now in Camberley.
It means it's all getting close to Michael.
So that is an interesting development. Only isolated flashes at this point, however.
Nathan, or
I'm assuming
Lee,
Michael left his microphone on as well, and we can't
well-
hear any rain or thunder. So
It's 8:30 over here, David.
what's this question to both of you? What's causing this current bout of thunderstorm activity?
warm weather by the looks
It's a
of
warm
things,
weather,
because
David. The
over
mini
the-
heat wave that we're talking about.
over the
Well,
sea,
that's
the
the-
thunderstorms have been struggling because sea surface temperatures are still very
That's because the sea
cold.
is cold. But generally, David, it's because of the heat that the UK's been experiencing in the south the past few days.
The severe weather EU is reporting more unstable weather across Europe next week. A strong anti-cyclone gives way to a more dynamic pattern, with troughs coming from the
The
west.
UK is expected to be very unsettled next week, so. And
I'm
cool.
seeing the activities die down a little.
Michael, we've just had a lightning strike reported about 3 miles northeast of you.
Right.
I've not had anything reported.
Well, Nathan's got it.
There's
So,
also one in Camberley as well.
right, so I'm going to return
I'm
some.
picking up the one in Camberley, yeah.
I am
At the
hearing
minute,
from
yeah.
others that there's thunder in the Farnborough area too.
So as of yet, I've not personally had anything here.
Yeah, can't see anything there
I
for
think-
sure.
I think the thunder in Farnborough was from that strike in Camberley.
Here's the view of Force 13 HQ. You can hardly anything going on here. Still mostly clear. Meanwhile, level 2 thunderstorm that is reaching Barrow in Furness in Cumbria, the most northerly one so far. Level 2 is now pretty much making landfall there in Barrow in Furness as of 8:35.
My camera has now gone offline.
Oh, well that sucks.
Well, I've turned it off. I just said it's gone offline because now you can't see anything. Because look, I'll turn it back on.
Probably could have seen a flash if it happened, but never mind. We could be waiting there all night to see nothing.
I'll leave it on, but it's...
I just leave it on for the moment, Michael, just to see.
In any case, all of those areas in northwestern Wales could have some flashes. And now as we look further south, the thunderstorms are affecting the Cirencester and Stroud area and all points behind it, leaving it in its wake. And it's continuing through here. Now moving on into Gloucestershire. And that is still a level 10 moving through. The strongest storm on British soil right now. That's as of 8:35. Further south, it's all very sporadic. So sporadic that we can't actually put any cells on it. So, because of how sporadic it is, we're just going to colour them in the colours of where at least one strike has been reported recently, and that's all of those areas there. There's no strikes on the south coast anymore. They are still possibly in the Southampton area. There's none in Bournemouth now. Still a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for all those, and should have remained in effect with the Isle of Wight actually as well. A level 2 is now heading towards Bognor Regis again, and we'll see if that one makes it any more than the last one did.
Yeah. It might intensify once it gets on the land.
We're getting some heavy rain here now.
Well, that's interesting, we can't hear it. And none can be heard here either, because there isn't any.
Yeah.
And that level 4 as of 8:10 is down to a level 2 as of the current time, as it moves closer to Dorset, so fairly weak those ones, but could still develop.
Cold water. Cold water.
And that level 1 near the Channel Islands is gone.
Yeah, it disappear. I feel it.
Over in France it's still an absolute mess.
Might eventually split once it's under the water. It's a mess now.
We now have a level 40 overland there. With a level 2 to the right of it.
I'd say that one's going to die off.
And to the right of that, another one that's dying off down to level 7. And beneath that, what was a level 30, I think will still be a level 30 as of 8:40. So Still a mess down there in France. But this is the main event, and there's going to be nothing following this. So I think now pretty much is the point where we say any cells that all of the cells that you see here, there probably won't be anything after these tonight.
Yeah, it's looking that way. It's looking as if it's not going to be as significant as first thought.
Certainly as what it was thought yesterday.
Yeah, because it was very warm. It's been very warm in southern Britain, so
the models were really gunning for this yesterday.
Yeah, they indeed. It's a bit of a bummer. It's not going to be much.
If you've still got any questions for us, do send us a message. Start your message with Force 13 all in text. We'll try and get to it as best we can. If you've got any pictures to show us or even videos, send them in. Either through social media, Facebook and Twitter, search Force 13 all in text, or you can send a direct email, contact@force13.com. Every so often on the sidebar you'll see the contact details as well. David, any thoughts?
Not at this point in time. I'm just monitoring the social Twitter to see if there's any information coming out from your location.
Out of nations, there won't be much.
And Scotland, no, it's very quiet.
Nothing here either, very clear. They're just dropping quickly now.
Now this weather system, can we relate it to a large anticyclone?
Anticyclone, that's high pressure, David.
Yeah, because apparently there could be a new one to form. This is long range beginning in May. So I'm just wondering whether we can relate the anticyclone to, or a anticyclone to this weather.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't think so.
National Weather Service over there in Wakefield reported near normal to below average temperatures expected to continue into next week, and for much of the remainder of April. Current indications do show, however, that normal to above average temperatures will be possible for the first part of May. That's from the National Weather Service in Wakefield, and I believe there's severe weather down there in Texas. We have one of our Daniel Shaw works, I think, for Channel 7 here in Sydney. And he's on his 2018 storm chasing. So another 12 months and Daniel's back over there and chasing tornadoes. Yep, and he's got his eyes on a possible system in Texas region somewhere.
And over here, coming up with 8:45, and there's the latest. We're probably going to finish the stream at the top of this hour.
Yeah, there's no point continuing. This week out. So.
People in Gloucestershire might argue there is, but I think we've covered most of it by now. We will obviously keep regular updates on the Facebook page on Force 13 UK and Ireland.
Yeah.
And there is also this map actually will also be regularly updating through the event. Now, you can find this map by looking on the Force 13 website. Well, you'll have to type the link in, and I will type the link in now so you can jot it down yourself. And it's force13.com/ukwarn.html. So when we finish the stream tonight, that is the website where you can find that map.
Oh, so you'll keep updating it anyway?
Yes.
Good, I'll look at it then.
But I can't update the page right now because I'm doing the stream.
Oh,
so that complicates things a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So,
Nathan will get around to it.
well, of course it will. It's just to finish the stream first.
Do you think we will have a huge electrical storm like we did a few years ago?
Yeah,
Not tonight,
not enough power in the
but
atmosphere.
maybe later on in the year would be nice.
I think there's a good chance over the summer that we'll
Gloucestershire
get
is
better.
getting one right now, though.
And Nathan can become he can do a bit of storm chasing.
Level 15 there, moving through
15 where?
Gloucestershire. Very close on
Oh, right,
Cheltenham
so,
now,
okay.
actually. It's moving over Cirencester. It's moving on up there.
We get to Summerhill. Okay. As only April at the end of the day, we've got plenty of time over the summer ahead to get better stuff.
Indeed. So, with massive storms in the area, I think we're going to finish up now, actually. So we can get on with getting on, and so can everyone else. But that is the latest in terms of the storm situation. And we'll have more on the web page that I prescribed to you. If you're interested in finding out the latest throughout tonight, it will be regularly updated tonight whilst it's active. force13.com/ukwarn.html. Because of this event, there will probably be no other activities on the channel tonight, but we'll probably be back to a normal service, if you can call it that, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unless David wants to do something.
Oh, just thinking about the tropical scene. We've got 3 areas of interest. One to the northeast of Madagascar. I think one in the Westpac, and one possibly around Fiji.
Alright. Well, with
Okay.
that's probably it from us tonight. We'll see you again soon. We hope we've provided a decent coverage, and we hope that there's going to be more to do on the website tonight, and we can keep you updated throughout this evening as well. Where's that camera going? But from now, that's all from us on the live team, and I'm sure you'll see us again soon, especially if there are more thunderstorms to come. Here's hoping. But from now, from me and the team, that's all, and check that webpage if you're interested in finding out more of the latest. It's in effect anytime there's a significant weather event like this, or a heat wave or cold wave, just as and when time allows. But for now, good night.
That's it.
Bye for now.